Hi, class. This is Mr. Cromwell. I want to go over some information about the week two assignment, just to guide you along in case you have any questions. So let's get started here. Let me open up some of the pages that you need to take a look at. The first one is the class homepage. So you're going to be in week two, and the name of the assignment is the week two summative assessment responses to rhetorical situations worksheet. So it'll be a worksheet you'll be filling out. All right. Rhetorical situations, we learned about those in week one. Please refer back to all of that information to help you complete this assignment this week. Okay, so I'm going to open it up. These are the steps you're going to go through to complete the assignment. You'll see this first. You'll see this paragraph about why you're doing this assignment, why it's important. Read all of this, please. The actual document you're going to need to fill out is going to be right here. Okay, there's a link here, responses to rhetorical situations worksheet. We're going to look at that in a second. Continue to go down. Here's some support for you to help you along with the assignment. The rubric, you can open that up to see what the guidelines are for the assignment. And this is a video here from another Phoenix instructor. Please watch this video also. It can be very helpful to you to identify the parts of the rhetorical situation, which are purpose, audience, genre, context, and organization structure. Okay, she'll go over that in that video. Along with that video, open this link up also, which is called Tools for Investigating the Rhetorical Situation. It's right here. That'll also give some information on the different parts of the rhetorical situation, the ones I just mentioned: purpose, audience, structure, context, genre. Okay, those are what you're going to have to address in the worksheet. So let's take a look at the worksheet now. So once you've reviewed all of this, you're going to go here and open up the worksheet, which I already have open here. You're going to click on that, and this is what it'll look like. All right. Read all the instructions at the top. That link I just went over, Tools for Investigating Rhetorical Situations, is also here. So you can, you can open it up here also to go over that, and it'll discuss all of these: the writer's purpose, the writer's audience, the genre of the writing, the context, and the organization and structure of the passage. Okay. All right. So what's this? This is a follow-up from week one when we talked about the rhetorical situation, which is basically sort of a blueprint of the components, the elements of why people communicate in the first place. Okay. What is the purpose for communication? Like, I'm talking to you now. Why am I doing that? To help you along in this assignment. Who's the audience? You are the audience, my students. What is the genre? The genre right now is probably video. Okay, that's the means by which I'm communicating to you, by video, audio, video. Okay, I'm not writing anything to you. I'm engaging you through video. The context is to help you, the circumstances or the context to help you understand this assignment. In the organization and structure, what is the organization and structure of what I'm doing now? Well, I'm going from sort of a sequence from. First, I showed you how to access the assignment. Now I'm going into the actual worksheet for the assignment. So it's a sort of a process, point by point process. Okay, that's the structure of what I'm doing. Whenever we communicate, we always also have a structure or a process to help people better understand. Okay, we'll go over that in a second too. Okay, so so read these instructions at the top, all of them, and then what you're going to actually have to do is you have three passages you're going to have to read and evaluate and respond to. Okay, this is passage 1. Here's passage 2. Here's passage 3. Okay, passage 3. And for each one, beneath them, you're going to have to fill out information in these boxes in here. In the left margin, it says, what's the purpose? What's the writer's purpose? And then who is the writer? So you're going to answer that in here. And these will be your best guesses, okay? Who's the audience? We're looking at passage 1. Who's the audience for this passage? Who do you think it is? Who does the writer address? Number 3, what's the genre? What is the genre of this passage? Is it an email? Is it a letter? Is it some sort of internet post? You have to figure that out, okay? What is the context? Why is this person writing this? What is the situation they're trying to address? And how is it organized? All right. Is it a problem that's trying to be solved? Are they comparing something? What is the organizational structure? Okay. And then you can break it down into also, it'll ask you what types of organizational patterns. Is it written in sentences, paragraphs, stanzas, replies, bullets, charts? Okay. Because we all always communicate in a certain way. Okay. To be as effective as possible. So you're going to look at a passage like this and say, well, how's this organized? Okay. Where does a writer begin and where does a writer end? Obviously, this is written in two paragraphs. So, that might be sufficient. Okay, what's very important, though, is that when you fill in these, for each one of these passages, you fill in all of these columns here, these blank areas, you respond to these questions on the left. You support what you say, whatever you say you think it is, the writer's purpose, you have to give an example from the passage itself to support what you say. That's very important. The assignments that get the most credit, have the higher grades, are the ones that say, okay, the writer's purpose is this. I believe that because in the passage it says this or that. Okay. This writer's writing to blank audience. And I believe that because the writer says this in the passage. Okay. So very important. Support whatever you say, whatever conclusions you make about these passages in these fields with specific information from the passages themselves, specific examples from the passages themselves. Okay. All right. So the last thing I'm going to say here, and if I've gone too quickly or you have any follow-up questions, please ask me. Okay. That's what I'm here for, to answer your questions, to help you along. Okay. But the last thing I'm going to say here for this assignment, and I'm going to make videos for some of your other assignments also. There's an example passage here that you can refer to. Okay, that's already done for you. So before you get to your 3 passages that you have to analyze and respond to, you can read this example and see how it's done. Okay, so don't just dive into the 3 you have to do. Read this one first. Okay, so there's an example passage here. It's written by someone, you don't know who it is, and you're going to have to guess who you think is writing it, who they're writing to, why they're writing it, what kind of type of communication is it? Is it a letter, is it an email, whatever? Why you think that, and it'll give examples of why whoever filled these in drew those conclusions, just like you have to do when you respond to your passages. Okay, so read this example passage in detail, and that can be very helpful to you before you engage your own passages. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I try not to make these videos too long because I don't want you to get lost. But if you have any questions, let me know. All right, and I wish you the best on this assignment. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.